In the quiet town of Ridgewood, everyone knew 19-year-old Emily Carter. She was a bright college student, loved by her friends, respected by her teachers, and devoted to her family. Nothing about her life suggested that she would one day become the center of one of the town's most disturbing mysteries. It was a cool Friday evening in October, when Emily left her part-time job at a local bookstore. Security cameras captured her smiling as she walked out of the building shortly after 8:30 p.m. She sent a text message to her mother, saying she would be home in about 20 minutes. But Emily never arrived. At first, her family assumed she had stopped to visit a friend. However, as the hours passed, concern quickly turned into panic. Her phone suddenly stopped responding. Calls went straight to voicemail. By midnight, her parents contacted the police. The following morning, officers launched a search throughout the town. Friends, neighbors, and volunteers joined the effort. Flyers covered telephone poles, bus stops, and store windows. The entire community was desperate for answers. Investigators retraced Emily's known movements. Security footage showed her walking toward a parking lot behind the bookstore. Then, strangely, she seemed to disappear. There were no signs of a struggle. No witnesses reported hearing screams. No evidence suggested where she had gone. Days turned into weeks. Weeks turned into months. The case grew colder with every passing day. Then, 3 months later, investigators received an unexpected breakthrough. A hiker exploring a wooded trail several miles outside town discovered Emily's abandoned backpack hidden beneath thick bushes. Inside were her student ID, textbooks, and personal belongings. But one item immediately caught investigators' attention: a small notebook. Most of the pages contained ordinary notes from her college classes. However, near the back of the notebook was a short handwritten message. It read, "If anything happens to me, look at the blue house." The cryptic sentence stunned investigators. What blue house? Why had Emily written it? And what danger had she feared? Detectives began searching through Emily's social media accounts, text messages, and emails for clues. Eventually, they found something interesting. Several weeks before her disappearance, Emily had repeatedly mentioned a blue house located on the edge of town. According to friends, she often passed the property during her evening walks. The house belonged to an elderly man who lived alone and rarely interacted with neighbors. Police interviewed him, but he denied knowing Emily. A search of the property uncovered nothing suspicious. Once again, the investigation appeared stuck. Then another clue surfaced. A former classmate contacted police after seeing news reports about the notebook. She revealed that Emily had recently confided in her about a strange experience. According to the classmate, Emily believed someone had been following her. At first, she thought it was her imagination, but over time, she became increasingly frightened. She claimed she often noticed the same dark-colored vehicle parked near her apartment, near her workplace, and even near her college campus. Unfortunately, she never recorded the license plate. Investigators reviewed hundreds of hours of surveillance footage from locations Emily frequently visited. Eventually, they identified a vehicle matching the description. The car belonged to a local maintenance worker named Robert Hayes. Detectives discovered that Robert's schedule placed him near several locations Emily had visited in the weeks before she vanished. When questioned, Robert admitted seeing Emily around town but denied following her. Still, investigators found several inconsistencies in his statements. The case suddenly gained momentum. Police obtained warrants to examine his phone records and computer activity. What they found raised serious concerns. Search histories revealed repeated searches about tracking people, avoiding surveillance cameras, and isolated locations outside town. Yet despite the suspicious findings, there was still not enough evidence to prove a crime had occurred. Months passed. Public interest began fading. Many feared the mystery would never be solved. Then, an anonymous tip changed everything. A caller reported seeing unusual activity near an abandoned storage facility several miles from Ridgewood around the time Emily disappeared. Detectives immediately investigated. Inside one of the storage units, they discovered evidence connecting multiple individuals to the location during the relevant period. The findings led investigators down an entirely new path. After carefully reviewing records and interviewing numerous witnesses, police pieced together a far more complicated story than anyone had imagined. Several people had knowledge of events surrounding Emily's disappearance, but fear had prevented them from speaking earlier. As investigators untangled conflicting accounts, the truth slowly emerged. Years after Emily vanished, authorities finally developed a clearer understanding of what happened that night. While some questions remained unanswered, the investigation revealed critical facts that allowed prosecutors to move forward with charges against those responsible for concealing evidence and obstructing the investigation. For Emily's family, the outcome brought mixed emotions. They finally received answers after years of uncertainty, but no conclusion could erase the pain of losing someone they loved. Today, Emily's story remains a powerful reminder of how quickly an ordinary day can transform into a life-changing mystery. It also highlights the importance of paying attention to warning signs, speaking up when something feels wrong, and never underestimating the value of even the smallest clue. A simple note hidden inside a notebook, just 7 words long, became the key that helped investigators uncover the truth. And for the people of Ridgewood, Emily Carter's final message is something they will never forget. If anything happens to me, look at the blue house. The mystery behind those words haunted the town for years. And even today, many still wonder what Emily was trying to tell them before she disappeared.